Hello person watching this video. My name is Neko, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon Yellow. Last time, we made our way to Pewter City, and we challenged the Pewter City gym leader, Brock, with his rock-type Pokémon. With the great teamwork of Nino the Nidoran and Ringo the Butterfree, we managed to defeat Brock, and we claimed our first gym badge. Now, we're going to head east. We have to make our way to Cerulean City to challenge the next gym leader. But we have quite a big road ahead of us. We have to come across Mt.Moon, a huge mountain, where a meteorite has been said to fall years ago. Mt.Moon is a mysterious place, and even before we make it to Mt.Moon, we have to make it across the fields here. So, let's get started. There's a lot of trainers hanging out on that road, so we're going to get into a lot of battles. And just as I was preparing for that, I figured it was time for Rick to get into some fights. He's been wanting to fight for a while, I'm sure. Look at him, he's so excited to go. So let's give him the fight that he wants. Let's start with this trainer here.
You looked at me, didn't you?
Well, yes. Hi. Lass wants to fight. Looks like she's got a Pidgey and it's level 9. This could be a challenge, Rick. Stay on your toes. Let's use speed as our advantage. This is going to be our winning edge in this battle. We have to always stay one step ahead. Sand attack could be a problem. We have to be careful not to miss. Good job, Rick. You're such a powerhouse, little guy. Do you want to take on the next one? Let's give it a shot. Though, you got a sand attack, so if you start missing too much, we're going to switch around. Take another gust. Oh! This is looking bad, Rick. It's time to come back. Get some rest. I'm going to send out Nina. After all, she just learned a new attack. I'm sure she's eager to use it. It must be kinda bad coming out of a Pokeball and getting all that sand in the face. Let's go for a scratch. At least Nina's defense really shines here. She can take that gust a little bit better than Rick can. And that scratch attack is pretty strong too. As long as we don't get another critical hit to the face, we should be alright. Only 1 HP left. Let's go for tackle. Oh, another critical hit. That Pidgey can get nasty. That was rough. Those Pidgeys damaged us quite a bit. Luckily, we're still very close to Pewter City, so we can heal up. I'm going to go and do a quick visit to the Pokémon Center. My Pokémon need some healing after all. And I don't want to use my items right now. We're not in a bad spot. I noticed in my first video that I used my potions to heal Pokémon I had just caught. Maybe I was a little bit too much in the game and didn't like seeing them having low HP like that, so I healed them. But when you look at it, it's kind of a waste of item. I could have just walked to the Pokémon Center. So that was a mistake on my part. I'll be careful of stuff like that. Not only that, but I realized that in the last video, every time I described this direction, I kept saying west. Which is weird. I don't know why I called it west. We're clearly going east. I must have been distracted. So, I'll pay more attention to stuff like that. I hope you won't be bothered too much if I make a few mistakes. So, this way is a dead end. We are forced to go up there, and there's a lot of trainers in our way. This little guy here seems to be a bug catcher. And I think we're going to keep going with Rick. I'd love to level up Rick at least to level 9, maybe even level 10. The bug catcher wants to fight, and sends out his Caterpie, a level 10 Caterpie. It's giving me flashbacks of Viridian Forests. A critical hit right from the start, that's always a great way to start a battle. Another critical hit! That Rick. I'm so proud of the little guy. So Caterpie counterattacks. I'll quick attack again. Against a bug type like Caterpie who keeps using String Shot, it's good to be careful and use quick attack, just to play it safe. And so we level up. Now it's Weedle, a poison type bug. This could be nasty. We run a risk of getting poisoned, which is something we really don't want happening. Luckily, Nina, being a poison type herself, can at least resist the poison better. Weedle's attacks should not damage us a lot, and we can counterattack with a good Scratch. I always thought Scratch was a funny name for an attack. I remember my friend Kevin telling me that every time he used it, he felt like his Pokemon was giving the other Pokemon a good back scratch. Like, ah, that hits the spot! There you go. Another Poison Sting. So far we got lucky. And there you go, Nina. A great, clean victory. And we level up to level 9. The next one is another Caterpie. Let's see here. Lee is falling behind. I'd love him to level up a little bit, so let's have him fight that Caterpie. As always, I just need to be careful. Lee's defense is not that great, and I'm going to lower Caterpie's defense just a little bit. I figured Caterpie would try to slow me down, but it's okay. Let's go all out now. It keeps using String Shot. Poor Lee must be covered in that disgusting little string material that Caterpie shoots out of its mouth. Well, I don't know if it's disgusting, but it's certainly annoying. The last scratch to win the battle. And 112 experience points, just enough to level up. I can't wait for Lee to learn some fighting type moves, it's gonna be so useful. Let's take a look at our status here. That's a lot better, isn't it? Should Rick keep going? Or should we switch it with Lee? I know that Lee is always itching for more battles. Let's rotate a little bit, it's Lee's turn. Rick, you'll have your chance to battle again soon. What do you say, Picard? Do you want to fight the next one after this one? Let's do that. Hi! I like shorts! They're comfy and easy to wear. Sure. I like him too, I guess. The youngster wants to fight. And he sends out a Rattata, a level 11 Rattata. This could get nasty, we have to be careful of that guy. Look at that strength. There's quite a level gap between us two. Lee, you're going to have to sit this one out. I don't want you to be knocked out here. I'm going to send out... I'm going to send out Nino. Lee needs that experience. But that fight is just too much. That Rattata is fast too. Look at that damage! Oh my. Things are looking pretty dire. In a situation like this, I'll use a potion. I'd rather save them up, but I don't like my Pokemon getting knocked out. My goodness, look at that damage, it's so bad. I figured a level 11 Rattata was something to take seriously. And now he sends out Ekans, a snake Pokemon. Lee needs the experience though, so I'm going to send him out first. Something to worry about when you're fighting Ekans is not just its poison type attacks, but also the fact that he can trap you into a wrap attack. And once that happens, once he tightens again around your Pokemon, you can't escape it. I'm going to have to heal up again. This is tougher than I thought. These trainers are pretty bad. And by bad, I mean they're pretty good. Let's be careful here. I don't want to get poisoned either. Can we win this? Let's switch again. Lee, we've got some training to do. Let's switch to Ringo. I'll show you why. Ekans is a poison type, and that makes him vulnerable to psychic type attacks. And Confusion is just that. Here you go, that's some good damage right there. We'll finish this with a tackle. And voila! This battle was a lot tougher. This youngster and his inexplicable love of shorts did a lot of damage to our team. I can't underestimate these trainers. I have to call my shots better. I'm no expert, and I'm sure that a lot of expert players looking at this would call all of my mistakes out. So once again, let's heal up here. We'll have spent a lot of time in Pewter City, especially at the Pokémon Center. This Nurse Joy must be getting familiar with our face. Especially since Pikachu doesn't like to be inside its Pokéball. Must be unusual for her to see people keep their Pokemon outside of their Pokéball. Except for that Jigglypuff there. Alright. Let's travel back towards Mt.Moon. We have to get past these trainers if we want to make it to the mountain eventually. And I remember telling Picard that he could take part in the next battle, which is just what we're going to do. I have to keep my word. The little guy wants to fight. Let's start... Who should we fight first? We're going to fight the last first.
That look you gave me, it's so intriguing.
These lasts are really obsessed with people looking at them, aren't they? You know, I just looked in that direction because that's where I was walking. So, let's start with Thunder Wave. Let's paralyze the opponent first. After that, I'll go for Thunder Shock. And my cat just jumped on my desk. I don't want her to cause any damage. Oh, she jumped back down. That was a little behind the scenes kind of action. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Picard! Oh, this is bad. I didn't want him to be knocked out. Alright. We have to take him to the Pokémon Center and quickly. I was careless. I'm not proud of that one. Oh, I should be careful of these Rattata. They're much stronger than I thought. I'm so disappointed. I really should have been more careful. It's another Nidoran. I'm going to do some switching around again. Alright. So we're going to start with Lee, and then, once again, I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch to Rick. Rick should be able to do this. It would have been easier to switch to Ringo, but I'd love Rick to get some experience too. So we're going to go for all of the quick attacks. Oh my goodness. I really have to play it safer. I can't take those risks. This area's Pokemon are actually stronger levels than mine. Aside from Ringo being level 11, most of these outnumber me. I have to call my shots better. Oh, Picard, I'm sorry. This was a bad decision on my part. I'm responsible for that. I got slightly distracted and I shouldn't have done that. Alright. Let's heal him up. And we were just starting to get along too. He must be disappointed in me. Hey there, Picard. I'm sorry, it was my responsibility to call you back. I should have noticed that you weren't doing too good in battle. It's okay? I'm glad you're not too mad. Let's go. And from now on, I'll play it extra safe. We can't risk something like that happening. None of our team members should faint like that in battle. It's something that does happen in a Pokemon battle, but if I can avoid it, I will. The next one we're going to challenge is this guy here. Picard, let's give you a second chance. You didn't get a proper experience in that last battle. Are you a trainer? Let's fight! Now, who are we dealing with here? It's another bug catcher. Okay. And it's a Weedle. We don't want to be poisoned, but it's most likely going to happen. That poison sting of his is very nasty. Come on. If you do get poisoned, Picard, I've got some antidotes. I'll heal you up as soon as the battle ends. Don't worry about it. Poison can get nasty really quickly, especially if you don't heal your Pokemon at the end of a battle, and you start walking around, then the poison starts to take its toll on them. We just learned Quick Attack, but we have to delete a move. Now, my least favorite attack is Growl, so I'm going to get rid of that one first. And we're going to learn Quick Attack. Bugcatcher is about to send out Kakuna. Let's see here. Lee should do this. After all, Kakuna only knows Harden. I'm going to start with Leer. And then I'll go with the Scratch. Now that I think about it, using that Leer there was useless. It made Kakuna's defense go down by one stage, but then Kakuna's just gonna use Harden over and over again. It's no use trying to lower its defense, it's always going to rise it back up again. I always loved how Kakuna looks. I think it's a really nice design for a Cocoon Pokemon. You can kind of see that some of its features from when it's going to evolve into a Beedrill can be seen already, especially in the original red and blue versions. It had its little arms sticking out with the needles at the end. I just thought that was a nice touch. And so Lee wins easily, and gains 136 experience, just enough to grow to level 9, and learn its first fighting type move. Finally! I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch to Nina. It's time for Nina to get in on some of that action. And we're going to go with Scratch. Looks like the cats are getting excited. Both of my cats are walking around the apartment. Must be wondering who I'm talking to. By the way, I have one cat called Picard. He's a little orange-haired cat with long hair. And I have a little black cat, a female, called Luna. I've been living with these two cats for only about 3 weeks. It's very recent. I adopted them recently from a shelter. I'm so happy I finally have cats to live with. My old roommates had cats, but I never had cats of my own, especially because, as a kid, I was allergic to them. Over time, my allergy faded away, and it's such a relief because I love these guys. I work at a pet food store, and for the longest time at the store, we actually had cats living there with us. 3 black cats, little sisters, called Misty, Cleo, and Zelda. They were living at the store for about 6 years, and just recently my coworker Stephanie took them home since she moved into our first house. She always wanted to take them, so I understood why she did. And having these cats leaving the store after being with them for such a long time is just what gave me the extra push I needed to finally adopt cats of my own. I guess I needed to fill that gap in my life. It's always fun coming back home and having pets waiting for you, or just seeing what they like to do during the day, walking around the apartment, playing with their toys, or just seeing what their favorite chill spots are. If you were a cat, where do you think you would chill? Would you sit in the cat tree by the window and always look outside with curiosity? Or would you be the kind of cat who finds a quiet corner of the house, a little hiding spot, just crawl under there and chill without anyone bothering you? I've always wondered about that. I love their behavior. But I think that's enough about cats. I've been talking about them for something like 2 minutes already. You're not here to hear about cats. Or maybe you are. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's give Lee some more training. Though the next trainer is a bug catcher, not the best trainer to fight with Lee. I'm going to send out Rick again. And then for the next trainer, it's going to be Lee's turn. And you'll see why. Another bug catcher, and he sends out another Caterpie. Now, last time we fought a Caterpie, things got pretty bad because of that critical hit. But I don't see that happening again. Though, knowing my luck, I probably just jinxed myself saying that. Still, I'm going to give it my all. And it was a critical hit again. I knew it. Well, to be fair, Rick also does a lot of critical hits. It's only fair that he gets them once in a while. A Metapod, an easy target. I don't want to be rude to that trainer, but it's true. Metapod only uses Harden, so it's not especially difficult, you just need to be patient. I'm gonna keep using that quick attack as many times as I need to. No use doing Tail Whip, just like with that Kakuna situation. Take a good look at Metapod right there. Are we looking at its back? Or are we looking at its face? What a strange looking Pokemon. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be its back. I remember what Metapod looks like, but this horn right there looks like a nose. Always bothered me. There you go, level 10. Catching up to the rest of the team. once Rick reaches level 14, it's going to learn a very useful attack called Hyper Fang. And once it learns that, it's going to pack such a punch. Alright, Lee. It's time to move into battle. This lass here has a Pokemon that my girlfriend really loves. My girlfriend's favorite Pokemon is, well, you'll see. And here comes a level 14 Jigglypuff. Just like that Pokemon we saw at the Pokemon Center earlier. Luckily for us, Jigglypuff is weak to fighting type moves, so that's going to give us quite the edge. Unless she uses Disable, and now I can't use Low Kick anymore. Very smart. That was a critical hit, would you believe that? She tried to put us to sleep with a song, but it didn't work. We got lucky there. So let's keep at it. You can't use Disable twice, Jigglypuff. Only one more hit, but... oh, no. We're being put to sleep. Oh, that's no good. Come on, Lee. We have to wake up. Oh no. I'm feeling drowsy too. Oh, that's no good. It's no good at all. We have to wake up. We were doing so well. What a nasty trick to play, putting us to sleep like that. We have to take it out with our next attack no matter what. Phew! See how nasty that can get? But we did get more than 200 experience out of it, so another level right away. Look at that attack stat. It's so high. It's a shame about the defense stat. We really have to play it safe.
That's it?
Huh. I'd say that was a tough battle. You almost got me there, and I had to use a potion. That's nothing to be proud of on my part. You did well. I'd love to catch a Jigglypuff of my own. In red and blue versions, it was possible to catch Jigglypuff around here, but now that this is the yellow version, Jigglypuff won't show up for quite a bit. We're just going to make our way north here, because we finally made it to Mt.Moon, and right next to it is this little Pokemon Center, perfect for some healing, right here. We're going to take a rest. We have a long journey in Mt.Moon. It's quite a big cave. And before we make it to Mt.Moon, I'd love to train just a little bit. I'll show you the area I'm going to use for training. I'm going to do a bit of training off screen between episodes. Not too much. Just enough. I don't want the game to become too easy either. It's always fun to do training as you travel the world and fight trainers. But this little area here, this little field, is going to be my training area. So, next time, we're going to make our way to Mt.Moon as soon as I'm done with that training. Pikachu, we've got some work to do. Yeah. You're ready? Until next time, guys, I wish you all a good night, and thanks for watching.